Welcome to week 7. Welcome to habit 7. And this is called the Dialogue Prayer Walk. And something's happening right now with the Great with God process and the Great with God pyramid and the Great with God bit by bit strategy. And this is a watershed moment. We're asking for another 15 minutes. So your devotional life just went from 15 minutes in the morning to 30 minutes in the morning. And that's because we want to include these next 3 habits that are a vital part of this. And they're really, hopefully you've been staying at it, staying faithful with each of these habits that you've been doing. But this one is probably the one that transformed my life the most. I had hit a plateau. I was stuck. I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't find a way out. Finally, God sent me a mentor, and he said, come join me in the morning. He didn't teach me anything. You know what he did? He modeled for me what a man of God does to meet the Lord and find intimacy with Christ. And we did that because we did it together. And I spent a whole week of mornings with the man, and it transformed my life. But one of the things that we did is we got out the front door. I have to admit to you, my devotional life before that, when I did get up in the mornings, I would sit in the easy chair, and I would, if I stayed awake at all, it got a little groggy and a little bit soggy, and it really wasn't that effective. Sometimes I got on my knees and on my face, and I'd fall asleep. Sometimes I'd open up the scriptures and I would do a head plant. But when I was with Doc Mentor, is what I call him. When I was with Doc Mentor, we got outside and we walked and we exercised. And we got our heart rate going, we got the blood flowing, and we began to meditate on the scriptures as we walked, as we rode bikes, as we journeyed together. There was a major breakthrough that I cannot tell you. Once I began to realize that getting out the front door of my house to go on a prayer walk, which became a dialogue prayer walk, this was the single greatest game changer in my life. And I want to suggest to you, while I can't be your mentor and take you with me, I have had the joy of taking well over 50 men. That might not sound like a lot, but a couple of women as well. But taking over 50 men with me in my morning routine. I said, listen, you come to my house, be at my house tomorrow morning at 5:30, and we will meet God together. And always a part of that, I want a whole hour from these guys. They come, we do all the morning routine that we just talked about, that you've been working on your bit by bit. And then we take our verse. I make these guys, we do exactly what the Great with God pattern is. And we write our verses down. I put them right here on my palm. And we go out the front door. We go out the garage door. I've got a man cave in my garage, and we meet there. But we get out the garage door, and we begin to walk. And one of your things you're going to be looking for during your walk is our next habit, which is finding a sacred prayer space. And I have done that. I have a little prayer altar out in the woods on the trail, and that's my sacred place. But I'm just telling you, as I take my key verse with me, and I take this out the front door, and I begin to stop under street lights to make sure I can rehearse the verse just properly. So this one, you've heard me say it before, but man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So sometimes I'll take one verse and do that verse all week. Sometimes I might do a second or a third verse on a different day of the week. But your goal this week with habit number 7 is to get out the front door and to go on a prayer walk, a meditation walk. Take your Bible verse with you and begin to talk to God and ask him questions about your verse and say, God, what did you mean by that? And what does this verse mean? What does this word mean? And you'll begin to, if you'll just ask the question and pause for a moment, you'll begin to realize that God is sharing with you. And if you have your Great with God journal, the God Prince edition. There's even a place for you to write down your thoughts in there, and I want to encourage you to do that. When you get back from your walk, just what insight did you get? Listen, Habit 7 is a game changer. It's a game changer for your devotional life. Hear out with the Great with God bit by bit strategy. I'm hoping you'll spend an extra 15 minutes with the Lord. A 30-minute routine will do everything and to transform your soul. Thank you, and God bless you.